The Ravens absolutely pound Miami. Final score, what did it get up to? 56-19 here. You had Tyler Huntley throwing touchdown passes at the end of this one. A brutal loss for Miami. And we were laughing about it on the car ride over. This was a 14-13 game with Miami having just hit a field goal with a few minutes left in the first half. You blink your eyes, and there's a Zay Flowers 75-yard touchdown pass to an interception. Isaiah Likely one-handed catch for, 40-yard touchdown on 4th and 7?
On 4th and 7.
Yeah, 4th and 7. And next thing you know, it's 28-13 going into halftime. Baltimore gets the ball out of the half, runs down to, the 5-yard line immediately, and game's over.
And let's not forget that right off the bat, the Dolphins came up and
They
struck
scored.
first. It was 7-zip right off the bat. I'm like, this is going to be a fantastic
I was on my way
game
home
here.
from church. I was 5 minutes behind. I looked up, and the Dolphins were winning already.
Oh, they marched right up the field. Tua looked amazing. It was awesome.
And it's just crazy how quickly things can unravel. Very Vikings-esque from you guys today, where you just have a letdown on all sides of the football immediately. And now Miami, unfortunately for you guys, Buffalo beat New England. So going into next week, you are hosting the Bills with the AFC East on the line and a slew of injuries. At the end of the game, Bradley Chubb's carted off. Tua's banged up a little bit. We don't know Jalen Waddle's status for next week.
Gone.
Howard, what was his? Do we know what happened to Howard?
I think it's foot.
It's a ton of it. It was just a horrible day to be a Miami Dolphins.
You just need Tua.
And I will say it was baffling to me. The game was 3 or 4 scores, and McDaniel kept the starters in. And this is when Bradley Chubb got hurt. This is when Tua got banged up. And I've wanted to throttle him through the TV screen. It's like, dude, next week you have to beat a red-hot Buffalo team. And you're playing for the difference between the 2 seed and the 6 seed in the AFC. That's an enormous difference. That's between hosting every playoff game except one and having to go on the road for every single playoff game. So the fact is you can't afford injuries. The game's over. You have to just accept that and move on, even though it's disappointing.
And Baltimore right now is just a different beast. They're in a league of their own.
I don't know what you do with them.
No, Lamar is the clear-cut MVP, playing the best I've ever seen him play. Best quarterback in football by a landslide in my eyes right now. Zay Flowers is awesome. The Gus Bus got in the end zone today, and the Baltimore defense forced 2-3 turnovers. That's what they had to do.
You see Lamar's passer rating? He was at perfect, 158.3. He was 18 for 21 for 321 yards and 5 touchdowns.
They're blowing teams out. I know, we've talked about this story with the Dolphins on the road before, but look what's happened to so many good teams this year in Baltimore. And even on the Baltimore on the road won with double digits against San Francisco.
The only close game they had at home was the Rams. That I can think of.
I mean, they're in a league of their own.
Or I know they lost to the Browns, but for the most part, the Ravens have been unbeatable.
Detroit. They went on the road to San Francisco and murdered them.
Yep. It's been a crazy, especially over the past couple of weeks, we've seen the Ravens team sort of separate themselves from the rest of the field here. And actually, it's kind of disappointing to think about. Mark Andrews stays healthy. Mitchell got hurt a couple of weeks ago. This Ravens team could have been even better, but they're still finding ways to win by 30 points against elite competition.
You don't often find a team where you can throw the ball, you can run the ball, you're the best offense in the league, and you're the best defense in the league.
I mean, that's the formula.
Special
right?
teams is also fantastic. I mean, they just do it on all 3 sides. They're the best in football on all 3 sides.
When you look right now, Ziggy, this is an interesting question here. Ravens or the field right now in the AFC?
The Ravens are getting hot at just the right time. They're going to have the 1 seed, which means they're going to have that bye. They get a little time to rest their guys. I think it's certainly fortunate that they don't have to go and play the Steelers in a must-win game because someone was getting hurt in that game.
Oh, we would have beat them.
Given what we've seen from the Ravens, I'm inclined to say the Ravens over the field. Every other major team in the AFC, think of who their competition is. Buffalo, Kansas City, Miami, right? Those are teams they've either beaten or have huge problems and question marks.
I take the Ravens over the field.
Oh no, I would too. I'm saying just the fact that
Baltimore.
No, I'm saying the fact is the beginning of the season. If I were to tell you we're sitting here week 17 saying Ravens or the field,
oh yeah,
you would say, are you out of your mind? And just with the way this season has fallen, we said it last week. This is the best opportunity Baltimore may ever have to win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson, and they just continue to pound the point home that they're the best team in not just the AFC but the NFL. And I do feel bad for you, Zach, though, because this is This is a golden opportunity that is slowly slipping away, and
but I mean, next week is the week for the Dolphins. They're at home. It'll be Sunday Night Football. Like that's the game they have to win.
Oh no,
it's not like it's impossible to win with the 2 seed.
No. Next week will determine whether or not they have a Super Bowl opportunity.
And I said this too. You're going to the best team in football. They're only giving 3 points for a chance to clinch a number 1 seed. Like the Dolphins weren't going to win today.
You didn't bet it though. You said right.
Next week is their game.
No bet. You didn't bet on the Ravens.
I didn't bet. No, I did. I didn't put it on SHARPZ though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.